Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome in to the UFC Fight Cards podcast presented by Orange Fire Media. I'm your host, Russ Renault, and thanks for joining us again here on a Sunday night in Houston, Texas. And we're going to go through another fight card from last night because we had a weekend off last weekend, and we got to preview Grant Dawson and Bobby Green, and then now we get to talk about that fight night event from the Apex in Las Vegas. I want to appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. And a little bit different on the show tonight. You saw from the top of the show, we're going to be going through the hits from our live rips over the last few months. We've got a little bit of select there on the left. We've got the Donruss in the middle and the Prism on the right. That's everything, all the hits that we have left. We'll talk about some of the hits that we had that we've gotten rid of. But that's the thing we do here on the show. First, we talk about the fights, and then we talk about the cards, and then how, some of those results from the matches affect the trading card hobby. So the one thing we're not going to do here tonight, we're not going to open a hobby box. So just to get that out of the way, that this is what we've got tonight is going back through these. Next week, we'll talk about that a little bit later, what we're going to be doing going forward here on the show. And, in the middle of the show, we'll start talking about some hobby news. We'll get to our hobby top 5. That's the top 5 fighters in the hobby right now, not the top 5 pound for pound. But we'll talk about who people are collecting, and anything else you want to talk about, use that chat box, and feel free to chime in with a question or a comment. So just to get it out of the way, you can contact me a few different ways. Russ at orange-fire.com is the email address. You can find our website, orange-fire.com. You can find me on Facebook, Russ Renault, or Orange Fire Media. And you can also go to our eBay store, and we have a lot of stuff listed on there right now. We've got over 40 different lots going on. It's called Orange Fire Lots of Lots, and you can find everything that we have on there. Low stuff for anything from $1 up to a couple $100. We've got a couple lots that are listed on there, and you'll see some of the cards from that. One of those lots anyway, and then we'll get to the other one a little bit later on. In the next couple of shows, I'll tell you what we've got planned going forward here on the UFC Fight Cards podcast. So let's go ahead and talk about UFC Fight Night from the Apex in Las Vegas last night, and what a stunner in the main event. So we had a lightweight matchup between number 10 Grant Dawson and unranked Bobby Green. But Bobby Green, obviously, a solid veteran, and he made a name for himself last night. There was not much to it. Bobby Green getting it done in about 30 seconds. Officially, I think 33 seconds. Bobby Green hitting Grant Dawson with the left and dropping him, and that was it. That was the fight. There's just not a whole lot of other stuff to talk about. Bobby Green went out, and, he's going to be ranked this time around next week, and we can talk about that. But man, Grant Dawson had everything going for him. Just had the hype train going, and we see that, and that's why we love this sport, is because that happens. That can happen at any time to anybody, and no matter how highly thought of you are, those things can and will happen. Unfortunate for Grant Dawson, but he's got plenty of time to learn from the mistake and come back. Got plenty of a career left. He's going to be all right. Grant Dawson's still a great fighter. Just happened to get caught last night, and who knows? Sky's the limit for Bobby Green now. He's getting on later in his career, but making that surge, and a couple more fights, and see what happens in that lightweight division. See if he can get up to where that top 5 is, and all those guys. All that, row of killers with Makhachev and Oliveira and Gaethje and Poirier. See if he can get up in there and get one of those fights his next time out. So, I talked about it on the show before that Grant Dawson had to take this fight because Dan Hooker and Jalen Turner, that fight a couple of months ago, Dawson was supposed to get the winner of that, but the winner was Dan Hooker, but Jalen Turner broke in Dan Hooker's face. And so Hooker wouldn't have been able to go in this match, this time around. And so it ended up Grant Dawson gets Bobby Green, and Bobby Green takes care of him. And I saw that, Bobby Green now wants Dan Hooker next because Dan Hooker's ranked number 9. And so that's the next logical step for him. If Hooker, if his eye socket is mended and he's ready to go, then that's a fight to make. No, Renato Moicano wanted to throw his name in there as somebody who'd want to fight Bobby Green. So I don't think Bobby Green's looking to fight back at this point because he's probably going to jump up there close to that top 10, probably ahead of Moicano. So who knows? There's a lot of ways to go after this fight. So congratulations to Bobby Green. But I don't think this is the last we've heard of Grant Dawson. I think a lot of him, and I think he's going to be okay just with the skill set he has. He's going to bounce back. A lot of guys lose. I know a lot of people drop off the hype train as far as the hobby goes. That's one of the other thing that we do on the show is we talk about that. But I think Grant Dawson will recover. His cards will recover, hopefully, for everybody that PCs him. So you can let me know who you do PC. If you want to use the chat, you can tell me who you're looking for, and I can show you what I have of that fighter, either this week or next, or somewhere down the line. I can show you those. But let's keep going through this card. Very impressive win for one of the rookies in this 2023 class of products, Joe Pyfer, getting a big win over Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Middleweight matchup, getting a submission in the second round. Did a phenomenal job. Looked great in the first round. Just like the way Joe Pyfer was able to pick up Al Hassan, slam him down, got the finish. He did that in the first round and couldn't secure that arm triangle, but he got it in the second round, able to get the submission. Actually, it wasn't a sub, but he put him to sleep. Ends up going down as a submission. So great win for a rookie in 2023. So the third fight on the card last night, we saw Joaquin Buckley get a unanimous decision over Alex Morono. Very impressive win for Joaquin Buckley, very technical. I think he just had a better gas tank last night than Morono did. So he took advantage and really showed a lot in the welterweight division. So a good win there over a solid veteran. Kind of like Alex Morono, his gym is in this area where I am. So kind of support the local guys. But Joaquin Buckley was just the better fighter last night. So hoping to see Alex Morono back in there again and cheering him on. So anyway, keep going. An impressive win for Drew Dober, getting win over Ricky Glenn with a TKO in the first round. Very impressive win. And we don't go through every fight because we've got more to get to. We're going to go through the schedule that we have. Saw some good fights added to some cards this week. Not the main ones, but we did see a few that are dotting some of these numbered events coming up, some of these pay-per-views. Just a couple of things that we haven't mentioned before on the show, so I do want to talk about those. But probably the last fight that I'll talk about, the women's strawweight division, and Karolina Kowalkiewicz getting win over Diana Belbita. A very impressive, dominant performance for Kowalkiewicz. So now let's go to what's going to be happening next weekend. We'll talk about the highlights on next week's fight night card from another Apex card from Las Vegas. So we've got a featherweight main event. Sodiq Yusuff, ranked number 11, against number 13 Edson Barboza. And, just what I saw from Barboza last time out makes me think he's got one more little run in him. Maybe not to the title, but maybe one little good run in the featherweight division. So I'm going to be picking Barboza in that one. Just really liked what I saw last time out. Our co-main event is a women's flyweight matchup between number 9 Jennifer Maia, number 11 Vivian Araujo. It's a pretty good matchup between those two. Then we've got another top 15 matchup in the bantamweight division with number 13 Jonathan Martinez taking on number 14 Adrian Yanez. There's also another sneaky good fight down the card. Marc-Andre Barriault against Michel Pereira in the middleweight division. Like that one. And let's see if there's any rookies. One more down there. Terrence McKinney taking on Chris Duncan in the lightweight division. Terrence McKinney it's kind of sneaky. There's some people collecting Terrence McKinney, and we've got a few. Now I'll show you whatever we have. Then we get to UFC 294. And obviously that's October 21st in Abu Dhabi. Got the lightweight championship on the line between Islam Makhachev and the former champion, number one contender, Charles Oliveira. Same place last year where Makhachev won the title off of Charlie Olives. Then we got a middleweight matchup between number 4 Khamzat Chimaev and number 6 Paulo Costa. Everybody looking forward to Khamzat getting back in there again after the long layoff. Then a light heavyweight matchup. And I think this is a semifinal matchup. Heard me say it on the show before. We got number 2 Magomed Ankalaev against number 7 Johnny Walker. I believe that the winner of this matchup will be taking on the winner of Yuri Prochazka and Alex Pereira later on in the year. We'll talk about that one in just a little bit. Then we got a top 15 flyweight matchup between number 10 Tim Elliott and number 11 Muhammad Mokaev. So rounding out a pretty good card, UFC 294 in 2 weeks in Abu Dhabi. So then we got another fight night, November 4th in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Heavyweight main event between number 5 Curtis Blades and number 9 Jailton Almeida. We got a pretty good Jailton Almeida card I'll show you here in just a little bit. One of the good rookies here in 2023. So you go down the card a little bit. If there's any more on here. We did have some added this week. Gabriel Bonfim and Ishmael Bonfim are both added to the card this week. We've got another heavyweight matchup. Number 15 Rodrigo Nascimento against Dontel Mays. Then we get to UFC 295, November 11th in Madison Square Garden in New York. And we have had a few added to that one. Obviously, the main event is the heavyweight championship on the line between the champion John Jones and the greatest heavyweight of all time, the third-ranked contender Stipe Miocic. And then, you can't get any bigger. Light heavyweight matchup for the title, the vacant title, between the former champion, number 1 contender Yuri Prochazka, and number 3 Alex Pereira. And we've also got a women's strawweight matchup between number 6 Jessica Andrade and number 8 Mackenzie Dern. We've got a flyweight matchup between number 8 Matt Schnell and number 14 Steve Erceg. And this one added this week, and a pretty good women's strawweight matchup. I like this one a lot. Number 10 Tabitha Ricci, Baby Shark taking on number 13 Lupe Godinez. I like that one. I like that both of them have looked great as of late. So I like that matchup there. Fight night November 18th at the Apex in Las Vegas. The main event is a middleweight matchup between number 10 Brendan Allen and number 13 Paul Craig. And then we get to UFC 296, the last event of the year, December 16th from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The welterweight title on the line between the champion Leon Edwards and the number 2 ranked contender Colby Covington. Also got the flyweight championship on the line between the champion Alessandro Pantoja and number 4 Brandon Royval. Welterweight matchup I think everybody's looking forward to is number 6 Shavkat Rakhmonov against number 7 Stephen Thompson. Obviously, a lot's been made of the lightweight matchup in this one between Tony Ferguson and Paddy Pimblett. That one could go either way. Tony's lost 6 in a row, but all to great ranked fighters. Paddy coming off an injury, and people saying that they're throwing Tony to Paddy to make a name for himself, or vice versa, Tony to make his way back up and make one more little run here. This one also added this week, welterweight matchup between number 10 Vicente Luque and number 11 Ian Machado Gary. Like that matchup a lot. I think Ian Gary gets the job done in that one, but never know. That kind of has that Bobby Green, Grant Dawson feeling to it as well. So another women's flyweight matchup added to that card. Number 14, Casey O'Neill against Ariane Lipski. So that'll round out UFC 296. Well, there's going to be more added to UFC 296, but that's what we have right now. And that is the rest of the fight schedule for the rest of the year so far. Maybe some more of that fight night coming up on November 18th and get some more added to that. And we'll let you know if there's anything big on those cards going forward. So now we will turn our attention to our card segment of the show. So we talked about some hobby news before. Chronicle is supposed to drop this week. It's supposed to come out on October 11th. So it should be Wednesday or Thursday that comes out. So be looking for Chronicles if you're out collecting. Be checking out. That's when the hobby boxes come out, and then usually the blasters and everything come out. Target and Walmart, shortly thereafter, within the next 2 weeks or so. The other hobby news we had was UFC dropping Panini from making their cards. That means that Fanatic's going to take over immediately instead of 2026. And so with WWE and UFC being under the same banner now, TKO, I guess keep our eye on what's going to go on with the UFC licensing, see if Panini keeps that or if if UFC drops them at the beginning of the year, and see if Topps, Fanatics goes back to taking over the production of the UFC cards. So who knows? Chronicles may be the last product that Panini makes from the UFC. So we'll keep an eye on that and see if that comes to fruition. So one more segment we do here on the show is we go through our hobby top 5, and this is the top 5 fighters in the hobby right now. Not the top 5 pound for pound. These are the people that most people are collecting. People are keeping an eye on. We've got a few rookies in here. Let's see, we've got 2 in here. The top male rookie, the top female rookie. And so let's go through that and show you those right now. So here we go. The UFC Fight Cards Hobby Top 5. Start with number 5, and like I said, the best female in the 2023 product. The best rookie is Erin Blanchfield. See if she gets a title shot here soon. Number 4 on this list is Khamzat Chimaev. Nice to see him returning back to action. Number 3, the best rookie from 2022 is Shavkat Rakhmonov. Number 2 is the top male rookie in 2023. Be even better if he would start signing the redemptions, and that is Bo Nickel. And the number 1 in the hobby top 5, the bantamweight champion of the world, and shooting up this list is Sugar Sean O'Malley. So we go back through that list one more time. There you see those. Number 1, Sean O'Malley. Number 2, Bo Nickel. Number 3, Shavkat Rakhmonov. Number 4, Khamzat Chimaev. And number 5 is Erin Blanchfield. All right, so we usually open hobby box, and so we've gone through all of our Prism, all of our Donruss. We opened 4 boxes of Prism. We took some time off, opened our 10 boxes of Donruss, and then we came back and opened our other 8 boxes of Prism. So we're done with our allotment of products. So we're going to go back through those hits now, and we had 2 boxes of Select as well that we threw in there in the middle. So we're going to go through those and just show you everything that we hit from those. And like I said, you can reach out to me, Russ, at orange-fire.com. If you see anything that you want to buy, just reach out to me. You can find us on orange-fire.com. That's our website. Find me on X at Fight Cards Russ or at Orange Fire Media. Find me on Facebook, Russ Renault, or Orange Fire Media. You can also find us on eBay on our store, which is Orange Fire Lots of Lots. A lot of this is listed there, some of it's not, and we'll show you some stuff next week that's not. And I'll get into that, at the end of the show. So let's go through what we've hit over the last few weeks, months. We're going to start with Select because that's the least amount of products that we have left. But we do have a really good one. We'll start off here. And I do put the fighters together, so there will be a little bit more of some other products in here as well. But start off with this one. Jack Della Maddalena, rookie, purple, number to 49 out of Select. And so rookie auto there. We ended up pulling one out of Donruss as well. That was just a base auto, but we've got two Jack Della Maddalena autos. And then, like I said, we throw in other stuff with most of our lots on eBay, or just if you want to claim these. So this is one of our higher price ones on eBay right now, obviously with the two rookie autos, and we throw in a purple press proof, just a base prism. So good little Jack Della Maddalena lot. We've got an Alexander Rakic Sparks, number to 99. So a memorabilia card there. Like I said, we throw in silver and a base. We've got a lot of Rakic cards that we can put in there with that too. You may not need them. Maybe you do. But if you're a Rakic fan, we throw in some extra stuff. Silver press proof. I know it's not worth a ton, but we just like to add to your collection if you need it. So we do have one other memorabilia card, but it's not numbered. And so it's a Billy Quarantillo, another Sparks. Like I said, not numbered, but memorabilia card nonetheless. Our last numbered card out of Select is a rookie, a red, Verna Jandaroba, and that one's numbered to 175. So, like I said, not much Select left here on the UFC Fight Cards podcast. But we do have a lot of Donruss left and a lot of Prism, so we'll go through those. So we got some autos left. Dual autos here too. So we've got Marvin Vittori in Donruss, and we've got it in Prism. So if you're a Marvin Vittori fan looking to start PC, you've got two autos right there to start you. Just throw in some other Marvin Vittori cards. So our lowest numbered Donruss card is a Damon Jackson Blue Hollow Laser Auto, rated rookie. It's numbered to 25. So the Damon Jackson gives you the whole lot there. Got a silver throw in as well. Jeff Neal, we've got a few. We got a teal that's numbered to 25. There is like a little layer seam there, so they put the two pieces of the hollow laser together, and sometimes they don't cut it in exactly the right spot, so you end up with a little seam. But I mean, nothing too bad on that one. It's not like a print line or anything, but we do have a Prism Orange that's numbered to 99. This one's kind of scuffed up on the front. We pulled it out of the pack that way last week, so unfortunate that one came out that way. Little defect there, but we got maybe make up for it a little bit by including this one, a little Blue Wave, Jeff Neal. So 3 little good Jeff Neal cards. We got Dean Thomas Blue Hollow Laser. Those are numbered to 49. Then you get to Jared Cannonier. Got a Blue Hollow Laser, a Red Hollow Laser, and that's numbered to 75. And we throw in a Ruby Wave. That's from that is this year's 23. We've got Optic Blue Velocity from last year, and got some other Jared Cannonier all the way back to 2020 in the tops. See what else we got here. Mike Brown, Red Hollow Laser. You got teal press proof in there. Vulcan Ozdemir, the Red Hollow Laser, Tricolor, Silver, some other Vulcan cards we throw in there. Get those. Mike Brown. We got Jack Shore with the silver Alexander Romanov, Irina Aldana. Also gets you a hyper. Got a Magomed Ankalaev. Got an Octagon Royalty. So memorabilia card there. Throw in the Prism Silver. That's from 2021 actually. Then other Ankalaev cards, Blue Velocity. Got the Black Chronicles. Michelle Pereira, Octagon Canvas, and the Press Proof. We got Rafael dos Anjos, the Octagon Royalty memorabilia card, and the Ruby Wave to throw in there as well. Our biggest stack is the Prism that we pulled over the last 8 weeks. So let's divide this stack up. So we do have a Hezbollah Ruby Wave. We've also got a Jailton Almeida rookie auto. That's what we've said. We had that Jailton Almeida. We've also got a silver put with that. Randy Brown, also a rookie auto for Prism. Also got a silver to go with that. Last week we pulled our second Tank Abbott Legendary Signatures. So we've had 2 of those out of the same case. Our other auto was a Chael Sonnen last week, and we sold that. This is our lowest numbered card left. Macy Chason, Octagon Prism. So obviously those are numbered to 8, and this is a bookend. This is number 8 of 8. So we also got a Ruby Wave to go with that. Got a couple of redemptions that we've sent off for. First one is a Israel Adesanya Throwback Signatures, and what would come with that would be orange Prism number to 99 and the purple number to 149. So a pretty good little Izzy lot going right there. The next redemption we're waiting back on is the BJ Penn Champion Signatures. So we've got that one, and that would also get a red hollow laser. We've got a silver hall monitors, got the green Prism from retail. Then we've got a lot of BJ Penn that we can throw in there with that. So even back to 2015 Topps Chronicles. So we got Pedro Munoz, the orange, and a hyper. Glover Teixeira, the orange. Merab Dvalishvili, orange, and a silver. We got a tricolor from last year's Select. We've got a silver Prism from last year as well. Got some Chronicles. So pretty good Merab lot if you need it. Get through the rest of this stack. All the numbered cards we have left. Giga Chikadze, the purple, hyper. Mario Bautista, purple and a silver. Jonathan Pierce, another good rookie in this class. Purple, Ruby Wave, a hyper, and a silver. Carla Esparza, purple, cracked ice. Don't have many of those, but we do have a Carla. And then some stuff from last year, a little Blue Velocity. Some other cards that are a little bit older, going back to 2015 in the Topps Chronicles. So here we go with John Jones. the blue prism. And also select tricolor. Select silver. Also got a select snapshots. Got a silver dominance. So a lot of stuff from John Jones. Marlon Vera with the blue and a hyper. And also blue hollow laser from Don Rust in there as well. Dustin Poirier, the blue prism. Got a purple flood from Optic, a silver from Optic, some other Dustin Poirier cards we throw in there. Got some back to 2015, 2020. Yana Kunitskaya, better known now as Yana Santos. The blue, Tisha Torres, Lucas Almeida. We've got a blue, Ruby Wave, silver, and another silver, and another silver. So 3 Lucas Almeida silvers. Saeed Yakub Kakramanov, red. Frankie Edgar. We've got 2 numbered reds out of the same case. So we've got number 26 out of 199, and we've got number 146 out of 199. We've also got a silver. Then we've got a red Jack Hermanson, a hyper, and a silver. And to finish off, got a Dominic Reyes red, the tricolor. Got a Piotr Jan red. Got a silver prism from last year, 2022. Silver flux, a purple flood. Just a little bit of Piotr Jan throw in there. A couple of older cards with 2020. Then our last numbered cards from Prism, Carol Hossa and Jennifer Maya with the red, and Jennifer Maya with the hyper as well to go with that. So yeah, we put all those lots together. Try to keep all of the same fighter together and unload those as one big lot. Just depending on what we have, what we've gotten rid of before, what we still have hanging around. So what I plan on doing for the next couple of weeks is showing you some of the bigger fighter lots that we still have out there that I haven't shown on the show before. So I'm putting together my Tom Aspinall collection. I'm going to get those all sorted out. And we've got a good one. We've got a really good Tom Aspinall lot. So if you want to see that next week, we're going to have that. Another really good lot that we have is Michael Chandler. I want to show off both of those. The Michael Chandler is listed on eBay. Tom Aspinall is not. So just haven't figured out what number to put on that one yet. But you're going to get a better deal on this show than you will on there. So if you claim something here, you're much better off than leaving it up to chance on eBay. What else do we have? We've got Habib Nurmagomedov. That's a pretty good lot as well. I think those 3 are the best that I have left. Aspinall, Michael Chandler, and Habib. So if you want to see those, I'm pretty impressed with those 3. Falls off a little bit. I've got some Hamzat Chimaev, some Shavkat Rakhmonov, some Islam Makhachev, but they're not nearly as good as the Aspinall, the Chandler, and the Habib. So I'm going to be showing those off, and so come back, and that's what we'll be doing here for a little while. That's the direction our show is going to go for the next couple of months through the end of the season. You know, that last event, UFC 296 on December 16th. What we're going to be doing going forward is I'm going to get into more of an instant reaction post-fight show. That's what the direction I want to move. I want to move it more to Saturday nights following the events. Just get in there right after the fights and jump on here and do a live show, instant reaction. I think, so I don't have a day to think about it and look at the news and just, we'll just go in and talk about it right away. And I think that's probably the way that we need to go going forward. And so I hope that sounds interesting to you. I hope it sounds fun. Hope you subscribe, and so you don't miss the show whenever it comes on. So I think we've had it advertised that we're live every Sunday at 9 p.m. Central. So we're going to keep that tentative for next week. Maybe we do that. Maybe we don't. Maybe we do it right after next Saturday's fight. But if you subscribe, you will never miss the show, and you can come back and watch it later. And we're available on all of the audio platforms as well, because we upload the audio immediately after the show. So we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. So if you missed anything, that you can go back and listen to it later and come back and see the cards that we've gone through for that show. But I appreciate everybody being here on this Sunday night for this later show and joining us here to talk about fights and just going through cards and talking about the hobby. I hope you enjoyed the fights this weekend. If you have a day off tomorrow, relax, get some rest, and be ready to go for the rest of the week. But we appreciate you starting off your week here on the UFC Fight Cards podcast, and we hope you have a great rest of the week, and I hope you have a great night. So we will see you right back here next week, right here on the UFC Fight Cards podcast, presented by Orange Fire Media. I'm Russ Renault. Good night, everybody.